question for you. Tell me one thing. Do you complain? I'm sure you do. All of us do, even I do that. But I hope that isn't a habit. One cannot be a crybaby finding negatives and complaining and crying all the time. While all of us have our own complaints and challenges in life, we need to find a balance to move on from those things that are not of our choice. Motivational, successful stories can do the needful. Today in the morning, I saw a video which can inspire everyone who watched that video. A specially abled girl and her never say die attitude, her spirit, is capable of encouraging people to take up challenges in life. That video has gone viral on social media, and there are many such videos which go viral. And people are loving the attitude of that brave girl and her love for sports despite of her physical challenges. In the last episode, I shared a lot of never give up themed real life stories of popular businessmen from across the globe. Today, I will continue with this episode on the same lines, same theme, but different stories. Today, we focus on Indian entrepreneurs, Indian businessmen who made it big. Some young, some old. But before I share those stories, here is a marvelous story of somebody not from India, outside of India, but that never say die attitude is amazing. This story is from 18th century. In 1883, a creative engineer named John Roebling, he was inspired by an idea to build a spectacular bridge connecting New York with Long Island. However, the bridge building experts throughout the world thought that this was an impossible feat, and everybody told Roebling to forget that idea. It just could not be done. It was not practical. It was not possible. It had never been done before. Roebling could not ignore the vision he had in his mind, in his heart. And he knew deep in his heart that it could be done. It is possible. He just had to share the dream with someone else. After much discussion and persuasion, he managed to convince his son, Washington, an upcoming engineer, that the bridge is a fact and it could be built. Working together for the first time, the father and son developed concepts of how it could be accomplished and how the obstacles could be overcome. With great excitement and inspiration, the headlines of a wild challenge before them, they hired their crew and began to build their dream bridge. The project started well, but when it was only a few months underway, a tragic accident on the site took the life of John Roebling, the father. And his son Washington was injured and left with a certain amount of brain damage, which resulted in him not being able to walk or talk or even move. We told them so. Crazy man and their crazy dreams. It's foolish to chase such wild dreams, visions, this, that. Everyone had a negative comment to make and felt that the project should be scrapped since Roeblings were the only one who knew how the bridge could be built. In spite of this handicap, Washington was never discouraged and still had a burning desire to complete the bridge, and his mind was still as sharp as ever. He tried to inspire and pass on his enthusiasm to some of his friends, but they too were daunted by the task. As he lay on the bed of his hospital room, with the sunlight streaming through the windows, a gentle breeze blew the flimsy white curtains apart, and he was able to see the sky and the tops of the trees outside for just a moment. It seemed that there was a message for him not to give up. Suddenly, an idea hit him. All he could do was move one finger, and he decided to make the best use of that one finger that could move. By moving this, he slowly developed a code of communication with his wife. He touched his wife's arm with that finger, indicating to her that he wanted her to call the engineers again. Then he used the same method of tapping her arm to tell the engineers what to do next. It seemed foolish, but the project was underway again. For 13 years, Washington tapped out his instructions with his finger on his wife's arm until the bridge was finally completed. And today, the spectacular Brooklyn Bridge stands in all its glory as a tribute to the triumph of this man's vision and indomitable spirit and his determination not to be defeated by the circumstances. It is also a tribute to the engineers and their teamwork and to their faith in a man who was considered mad by half of the world. It stands too as a tangible monument to the love and devotion of his wife. For 13 long years, she patiently decoded the messages of her husband and told the engineers what to do next. Perhaps this is one of the best examples, best motivational stories of never say die attitude that overcomes a terrible physical handicap and achieves an impossible goal, isn't it? Now, as I promised, let's quickly run through the success stories of Indian entrepreneurs and businessmen who made it big. In no particular order on the amount of inspiration we can draw from these real life stories. The story I'm going to start or share next is about Radhakishan Damani, the Warren Buffett of India and retail king of India. R.K. Damani lives a very simple life. And most of the times, he wears a simple white shirt and white trousers and avoids public gatherings. He avoids media coverage. He does not consider himself a highly educated person. According to Forbes' real-time billionaire index, Radhakishan Damani has dominant businessmen like Shiv Nadar, Gautam Adani, Anand Mahindra, the Reliance Group, the Uday Kotaks, everybody of this billionaire world. His total assets are $17.9 plus billion. Radhakishan Damani, famously known as R.K. Damani, is the founder of D-Mart, the supermarket and mega retail chain stores in India. Shri Damani is a Mumbai-based entrepreneur and a billionaire investor. He dropped out of college from the University of Mumbai, and at the age of 32, he lost his dad. He started the stockbroking business at the age of 32. D-Mart was founded in 2000 in Powai, Mumbai, one-stop hypermarket chain in India. Today, it has a well-established presence in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Telangana, NCR, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, you name the state and D-Mart is there. Lesson learned? Never give up on something that you can't go away a day without thinking about. The next story is about Bhavish Agarwal, the founder of Ola Cabs. In 2015, Bhavish was the youngest person on Forbes' list of India's wealthiest individuals with co-founder Ankit Bhati. After confronting insufficient and expensive cab services, he created his own cab firm. Ola makes it simple to hire a taxi or a rickshaw anywhere in the country. Its popularity grew in minor and major, both types of cities. Ola Cabs is India's most successful cab firm with millions of consumers. After 2 years as a Microsoft research team member, Bhavish Agarwal followed his iconic footsteps. He started Ola Cabs as a multi-billion-dollar company, and with his zeal and colorful vision, Bhavish, an IIT Bombay alumni, set the way for his success. You can too. Lesson: believe you can, and you are halfway there. After Ola Cabs' founder's story, the next real-life story is about Ritesh Agarwal, who was never scared to explore new things or take risks. And the success of Oyo Rooms, which he founded in 2013, he became world's second youngest billionaire in the year of the outbreak. Ritesh did not attend college in the traditional sense. He dropped out of the Indian School of Business and Finance before completing his education. Now, isn't that frightening? Ritesh's lack of college degree has no impact on his success. The prestigious Thiel Scholarship was given to Oyo I mean, the entire world and the startup ecosystem looks up to that scholarship. It's a dream for millions. And he hasn't worried about the past, and he has moved forward. His primary concern was always to provide low-cost accommodation. Oyo Rooms continues to offer regardless of location. Oyo has increased in recent years and is estimated to be worth more than $1.1 billion by 2020. That was the estimation. Now, I don't know what the estimation might be, and Ritesh is a young person. He might be around 27, 28 or maximum 29 years. And he has come a long way. How inspiring is this to you people, the youngsters? Oyo Room has been a massive success because it is dedicated to addressing the issue of budget hotel cleanliness, availability and affordability across the nation. With over 500 hotels and 50,000 rooms, Oyo Rooms is India's largest budget hotel brand. They are partners with around 4,200 hotels in over 170 locations, booking up to 1 million room nights every month. Imagine the planning and the hard work that might have gone behind creating this entire network. Isn't that wow and inspiring? The next story is about Nandan Reddy, Rahul Jaimini and Sri Harsha Majesty. Probably you are all taking their services when hungry. I'm talking about Swiggy. Swiggy has quickly established itself as one of the most popular meal delivery services. On the other hand, food delivery did not have a solid footing when it initially entered the market. In truth, Reddy and Majesty had intended it to be a bundle courier service. After meeting Gemini, though, they altered their minds and Swiggy was founded as a result of a strong network building. Swiggy has raised a lot of money since its inception in 2013. When Swiggy started out in Real in 2014, it was seen as a late entrant to an overcrowded market. The online food ordering and delivery market was not considered attractive back then, and Zomato, the leader in the food tech, had decided not to expand its delivery business, which was seemingly messy and unviable. Yet, in less than 4 years, Swiggy is part of much wanted league of unicorn startups. It also has forced an about turn from Zomato, which is now investing hundreds of crores of rupees to catch up with Swiggy. Growth is about learning and evolving with the different variables and moving parts, said Sri Harsha Majesty, one of the founders of this particular brand called Swiggy. Lesson: do it again, play it again, sing it again, read it again, write it again, sketch it again, rehearse it again, run it again, and try it again. Because again is practice, and practice is improvement, and improvement only leads to perfection. So keep trying and keep winning. The next story is about Hari Menon. He was born in 1963 in Bandra West, Mumbai, into a very middle-class family. Hari is one of those Indian entrepreneurs who struggle a lot in his initial life and his entrepreneurial journey. Hari is the co-founder and CEO of India's largest supermarket called Big Basket. Yeah, the one that Shah Rukh Khan promotes and a lot of other stars promote. He is also founder of Symphony Industrial AI, Artificial Intelligence. Before founding Big Basket, Hari Menon served as the Chief Executive Officer for various companies including Temili, Tumri and Ceres Corporation, a lot. He was the Chief Executive Officer of India Skills, the vocational education JV of City and Guilds, the UK with Manipal Group. He is an alumnus of BITS Pilani. He worked with Wipro as a business head in Infotech business. And now see where he is, because he left those huge packages and started on his own. Lesson: life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving, said Albert Einstein. After this wonderful story, the next story is about Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Who doesn't know him? Who established Paytm and continues to lead it. And there's no denying that Paytm's trust has fueled a meteoric surge in digital payments across the country. You go to a vegetable vendor, you ask a rickshaw driver, they all use digital payment system today. What a boom it got during COVID. Sharma has a track record of producing brilliance. Dating back to his student days at DTU, when he founded indiasite.net, he got $1 million for it. He subsequently founded 197 Communications, which later became Paytm. Dale Carnegie once said, "Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. The dark, the gloomy days, but there is one person who has that hope and he keeps going, or she keeps going." So there is a very nice question. How long should I try? The answer is just one word: until. Until you succeed. Similar one such story is a business tycoon who kept diversifying, and like how? Shri Kishore Biyani, the founder of Future Group, Pantaloons, Big Bazaar, all of that. Kishore Biyani is one of the very few entrepreneurs who has carved a niche in his own way and managed to build an entire empire all by himself and without any family backing. He was not good at studies and interested in only one subject, and that is business. He started working with his two elder cousins and brothers who were into business, which was fabric trading business, and named as Bansi Silk Mills, but became frustrated while working with them. So he started making trousers at the age of 22, and he called those trousers as pantaloons. Patloon jise hum bolte hain. That's how he started Pantaloons. In 1883, Kishore Biyani started his own business and fashionable fabric manufacturing for sale to garment manufacturers. For this, Kishore Biyani started Menswear Private Limited. He also launched his own brand called WBB, which is white, brown and blue, a fabric for men's trousers. After this, he founded Big Bazaar in 2001 and many brands like Food Bazaar, Factory, Hometown, such a huge furniture retail, Fashion, Central Mall, and the E-Zone and Big Bazaar were added in the name of Future Group. The secret of Kishore Biyani's success is his dedication and hard work, as we can evidently see. The lesson to learn from his life: no matter how strong our resolve, sometimes we get frustrated and we want to give up, yaar, nahi karna mujhe. Whether that happens at work or at training for a big race or even at relationship, wherever. Those are the times when we must need some encouragement. That could be a pep talk or hearing some inspirational success stories like how you are doing right now or in the past episode. Also, an important reminder: please keep sharing your feedback so that I can improve on what are your choices, your likes, your dislikes, and I can choose my topics accordingly. I am reachable on social media. That reads me as RJ Megha. Next story is about Dipender Goyal, the founder of Zomato. Foodie Bay is a name that one recalls. Although Dipender Goyal founded it, he is more known for Zomato, the rebranded version of Foodie Bay. Zomato began as a food reviewing website. So food bloggers were encouraged to give their candid reviews, their honest reviews on each restaurant service and food quality. It also provided menu cards in high demand among Dipender's co-workers, prompting him to launch Zomato. Before launching Foodie Bay, he let go huge packages and started his own, and that's how we are celebrating him as one of the finest Indian entrepreneurs in the food industry. His online restaurant platform was founded in 2008 to assist Indians in discovering new tastes in the variety of meals and new cuisines. Zomato is one-stop shop for all your appetites, whether for food, drinks, or alcohol. It's an online restaurant guide that includes home delivery, cafes, and nightlife. He once said, "Everything is solvable. You have to put your mind to it. Focus on building a business that solves the real problem." Market gap ढूंढना पड़ता है ना. जब problem solve होता है तो automatically success मिलता है. You can't say that if I don't have access to capital, I can't build a company, said Dipender Goyal. He has become one of India's most well-known food entrepreneurs' success. Other than India, the corporation has operations in Portugal, New Zealand, Qatar. Zomato has bought Urban Spoon and launched a meal delivery business in United States and Australia as well. When they first started Zomato, they didn't have enough money. But as they say, hard work pays off. According to an article I read, it is the largest of such media in Asia and one of the greatest globally, having a solid and single presence in over 10,000 cities across 22 countries. It could be even more. Zomato has also ventured into the world of digital marketing. It enables firms to expand without incurring new expenditures. One of the most significant advantages of Zomato is its marketing campaign. As we all know, once the notification gets on, you will be getting full urge messages in your mother tongue. Gujarati ma aave aparne, Gujaratna lokone. It's an icing on the cake, I would say. When it comes to business, who doesn't remember the old is gold Dhirubhai Ambani, the men behind world's largest company called Reliance, or say Gautam Adani? But I believe you are all aware about their struggle stories. So skipping their struggle stories and diversification stories and moving on to the next story. Since, these two people have been very popular, the lesson that we learn from their life is nothing is impossible, because the word itself says, I am possible. Moving on to one more Gujarati who has created history in the field of business and entrepreneurship very early on is the man behind washing powder Nirma. Karsanbhai Patel. He used to make detergent powder in the backyard of his house in Ahmedabad. And then he sold it from door to door. He used to give money back guarantee with every packet that was sold. Imagine. When the cheapest detergent in the market was priced at 13 rupees per kg, he offered Nirma for 3 rupees per kg. Imagine, 3 and 13, there's a huge difference. And thus, he was able to successfully target the middle class and lower middle class income segment. It has a marketing and distribution network of around 400 distributors today and over 1 million retailers, reaching out to around 3 million customers, or it could be even more. The company has started in 1969 with just one man going from door to door, selling detergent powder for 3 rupees a kg. Today, employs around 20,000 plus people and has magnanimous turnover in crores and crores. According to Forbes, back in 2005, it's 2022 today, back in 2005, Karsanbhai Patel's net worth was $640 million and it's going to touch 1,000 million mark soon. That was in 2005. You can imagine what it would be right now. So the lesson we learn here is when a defining moment comes along, you can do one or two things. Define the moment or let the moment define you. Choose your part. The next story is about a man behind global giant Infosys. Who doesn't know Narayan Murthy and his struggle story? He was born in a very middle class family. He wanted to be an engineer and successfully cleared the entrance exam of Indian Institute of Technology. However, he couldn't get into the college as his father could not afford the fees. IIT का entrance पार करने के बाद बंदा वहां जा नहीं पाता. Imagine. He joined a local engineering college and got a degree in electrical engineering. After that, Narayan joined IIT Kanpur for his master's degree and decided to pursue a career in IT. Today, he is the founder of multinational corporation Infosys and is known as the father of Indian IT sector and is listed amongst the top 12 greatest entrepreneurs in Forbes magazine. He has been honored with Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri awards. And the lesson we learn here is about perseverance in the face of adversity. Success isn't supposed to be easy. It is supposed to be difficult. It is supposed to be challenging, exhausting, or everyone would be successful otherwise. So don't quit. When obstacles arise, persist. Trust yourself and your vision until it is accomplished. These perseverance stories show that human beings are capable of anything with perseverance, hard work, and belief in themselves. Never give up on your dreams. Keep going, keep striving, keep persisting is what we hear from a lot, and it is true. You should do that. If you give up on something you really care about, you will end up quitting on the 1-yard line. When you are about to reach and you quit, you will regret later. Learn how to push through your fears and achieve your biggest goals and dreams. The next story is about a man who dreamt of connecting Bharat, Hindustan, India. Sunil Mittal. He hails from Punjab. He started working at a very tender age of 18 before graduating from Punjab University. Due to lack of money, Mittal used to travel in trucks along with his consignments. He put in 16-18 hours of work every single day and stayed at a small, inexpensive hotel when he traveled. Today, he is a well-known entrepreneur, philanthropist donating in crores and crores, and the founder and chairman of Bharti Enterprises, which has diversified interest into telecom, malls, real estate, insurance, food, agriculture, hospitality, and many others. You name it, and the enterprise is there. Stories of personal perseverance, the ones where heroes overcome severe obstacles and achieve dizzying heights of success, have been around since beginning of the time. But they never get old. They inspire us and inflame our passions, making us believe that we too can follow the suit. Figuring out how to stay motivated in the face of failure or after a particularly demoralizing setback can feel nearly impossible. Your spirits are low, you feel defeated, lost, heartbroken. You are, starting to wonder why you even bothered to do that in the first place, to pursue that in the first place. But trust me, never give up. The last story in the series of Indian successful stories of hustlers and entrepreneurs is about Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal. In a garage, Sachin and Binny Bansal founded Flipkart, a modest e-commerce company, and the rest, as they say, is the history. One of India's most successful business people sold Flipkart to Walmart for $16 billion in 2018. Binny, the IIT graduate, used to transport the books on his own and pioneered the wave of e-commerce marketing. Sachin was in charge of the company's SEO, search engine optimization, the design, the marketing, and the content. Binny handled the delivery and back-end operations as well. What began as around 4 lakh rupees business gained immediate acclaim and finally an incredible bid from Walmart in billions of dollars. Bansals created everything from the ground up. Starting with the initial version of the website, through his present firm, Navi Technology, he has been investing actively. Flipkart is undoubtedly one of India's most successful startup success stories, and Sachin and Binny Bansal's path would be familiar to everyone. Both of them, who graduated from IIT and previously worked for Amazon, presented a similar concept to Indian market, and it worked. Flipkart began selling online books only in 2007 and since then expanded to sell practically everything, ranging from home items to personal care products to education materials and workplace stationery. Sachin admitted in one of his interviews that creating Flipkart was the dumbest thing he had ever done and that everyone around him thought that he was mad. However, it has recently purchased Myntra around 2,000 crore rupees. Flipkart has now been promoted to the top $5 billion startup club according to a report by Wall Street Journal, and it has a valuation of $11 billion or even more. After so many stories that you heard in the last 2 episodes from across the globe and from India and from everywhere possible, I do not need to share the final lesson here. I am confident that all of us take back one crucial lesson back home. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. I wish you the best forever.